Mm, mm. That thing is actually pretty delicious. It's actually real delicious. It's actually real delicious. Don't worry about what I'm drinking, okay? For y'all even get to talking to me, get to judge me. What Wayne say? Don't worry about what's in my cup. Just worry about what's in your cup, or in this case, in my glass. Don't worry about what's in my glass, okay? What what's in my glass? Okay. Yes, I am still in Austin. Actually, I'm at my hotel room, so we're not plugged up anything. But here we are. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, I came down here to Austin. Came down here to Austin. Check out the H. First of all, let me say this right here. Let me say this right here. Shout out to Coach O'Neal down there in Southern U. Shout out to Matati. Y'all know Matati. Shout out to Matati. Shout out to Mike T. Shout out to Coach O'Neal out there. Man, these folk put this track meet on in like 6 weeks. Literally. And it was a damn good track meet too. I'm talking about it moved fast. You know what I'm saying? They had Mike out there DJing, they had the music going while the folk were running. He brought it, man, look here, look. I'm gonna tell you for real, man. But tired of them, I told her, I said, man, look here, man, y'all do this shit again this year or next year. Mike T, Matata, man, y'all got me. I'm talking about, man, we had a good time out there. I'm talking about it was like a good old fashioned. They had a food truck out there, so you can go get your little food, Little boba tea was out there. Then Mike was on the one and twos, and you know what I'm saying. It was a good vibe. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like that track meet a whole lot. Like that track meet a whole lot. Plus, you know what I'm saying. I rock with them first and foremost, but they also had a lot of good people there. A lot of good competition was there. I was actually shocked because I was like, I said, well, shit, I guess because ain't nobody going to Grand Slam. Everybody came here. Said, we out here to bootleg Grand Slam, but it was working though. I'm smart, man. Old Philly was out there, Gabby bumped into him since Gabby, and I love Gabby. I can tell you, I love Gabby, love Coach Buford. Bumped into T. You know how it is when Ray go places, man. I got respect for these people, man. For real, bumped into a whole lot of them. Had a good time out there. We had a real good time. How do you kid? And them folk ran fast. Them folk ran fast too. So it was really a low key meet. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of animosity in the air. A lot of people just having a good time, running fast, man. It was great. So, but let me get back to why y'all here, okay? So as soon as I get there, I'm parked. Track meet ain't started yet. First person I see, Mr. Hill, Tyreek Hill. I said, it's Tyreek right there. I'm at the top of I straight to the top of the hill. Okay. So I'm watching him do his warm up, right? Shout out to to Mike working with him. Different Mike, not Rogers, you know what I'm saying? Doing the best he can with the limited time he got. Okay. So I'm up there, I'm standing next to the coach, I'm watching him doing his drills and shit. I'm like, damn. And the reason why I'm saying damn is because what I was expecting to see ain't what I saw. I expected to see a football player out there who, what I'm saying, didn't know what they were doing, just out there trying to, just run a track meet. But no, so bro out there doing A skills, he doing the whole warm up, and it looked good too. I'm like, God damn, he doing the whole. I'm watching it. I'm sitting right there. I'm watching. He doing the whole track warm up. A skills look good. B skills look good. He had some. He had some things that could be tweaked, but it ain't nothing that's really going. You know what I'm saying? It really would. So after that point, I introduced myself, yada yada yada. After that, so I just kind of started, peeping, because I wanted to see for myself, like, okay, well, let me see what type of, let me see what they doing. I'm telling y'all, I'm be honest with y'all. All right. So I'm watching them do it warm up. So we go to the track, whatever. And let me tell y'all this right here though. Let me tell y'all this right here. All right, let me tell you this right here. this for all the track and field heads and the football heads and shit like that. That man, first of all, that man has a tremendous amount of respect for what we do and what he did, in high school and college. He has a tremendous amount of respect for track and field athletes. Competitions, we'll get into that later. But for track and field athletes, tremendous amount of respect. Um, that dude was talking to the track athletes that was out there, you know what I'm saying, that he was about to compete against, asking straight up regulation track questions like what it is, what event you do types, you know what I'm saying, like a regular track person, you know what I'm saying? And was in admiration of people like the Gabbers and shit like that. And the respect factor was there. The respect factor was definitely there the whole time. So shout out to him for that for real, because you can tell that he ain't just out there because he want to start some shit about him versus Noah. No, it's really bigger than that for him. Dude really want to run. Now make sure I say it right. Dude really enjoy running track and kind of misses it. I say that what I picked up on it. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just controversial. I think I'm faster than. No, it really ain't that at all. It ain't that at all. It ain't none of that. So, but anyway. So I'm watching everything he's doing. I'm watching the stars. I'm watching the drive, watching other stuff. I'm like, I say, man, shit, goddamn, Reed don't look bad. I literally said that to him. I'm like, he don't look bad for real, man. Like, compared to what I expected him to look like, because I've trained some football players, he didn't look bad at all. He looked at way more track than football when he was doing everything out the other day. He got some stuff that could be worked on to make him better, but based on everything that I learned today, you know what I'm saying? Literally, like I'm saying, I mean, learn today, like I was with him pretty much the whole time, just observing everything. And I'm like, shit, man, for real, that dude, that dude is hella gifted. He is, he is hella gifted, first of all. And what I mean by that is for him to be able to be in races like it was today, because it was a lot of people out there. And he was in the fast race for them. For him to be in the races like that close, and don't do track, that's impressive as hell. What I mean by don't do track, damn he ran in high school, junior, yeah, damn all that shit. No. Year round, the people that he was beating and racing, this is all they do. And he came over here after like 6 weeks of training and said, I'm gonna hop back over here and do that. That's a freaking nature. That automatically says if I took this serious, none of y'all could beat me. What I mean by none of y'all is nobody is there today. like nobody that was there today, if he was actually running track seriously, they would not have been able to beat him. Which says a lot because the winner went 9-8. You see what I'm saying? Like now, could this Tyreek go 9-8? No, not at all. But now watch this right here. So the first race actually didn't go. If you was watching on my live, whatever, the first race didn't go off. And now I'm gonna say this shit like a track person. That's that bad luck. It happens every time. Your best start when you're not really a good starter, usually be the ones they call back. That first start had that race had a win off. He went 10:09 with the he went 10:09 with the 2.5 or whatever. I'm giving y'all a rage take for serious. If the first race had a win off, he'd have ran 10:02. He'd have ran 10:02 easily. Easily 10:02. Because he caught the gun on that first one. He caught the gun. And then, but after that, when he went back in the second one, they got him at the start. But he was still able to stay in the race. That's the thing. Like they couldn't separate from him, which was like, I'm like, well, you can't separate from him. I listen, listen. That's all I like to say. But watch this right here. Watch this right here. If he actually was to train, go through USA, he'll make the finals. I keep telling you, I can make the finals. He'll make the finals based off of he's already got legit 10-1. today he really was cramping in his calf muscles. And he was telling me that before the finals. So he was sitting to get some pickle juice. But then the coach was like, it wasn't a Tyreek decision to not run the finals. I can tell you that right now. That was a coaching call. That's not Tyreek. Tyreek was like, man, I'm ready to guard. Like, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. That was a coaching call. So because of that, he ain't running. But the thing that y'all gotta look at is he's out there doing what he's doing without actually knowing what he's doing. What I mean with that is like Aaron said, he landed today. He flew in this morning for the track meet. You gonna front, bro. You dehydrated as hell. But you still able to keep up with everybody who's in the track and field side. Dude, just a freak of nature. That's all I can tell y'all. Dude, I see it with my own eyes today. I'm telling you, I see it with my own eyes. The entire time. All the way up until they said, um, excuse me. All the way up until they said, you know what, it ain't worth running. I seen everything that dude did. I was right there next to him. He could legitimately go 10-0 legal. He could legitimately go 10-0 legal. He really could. He really could. But then, here's what I learned today. That race that he just ran in, there was only the 10-10 race was only the second time that he had ran past 80 meters. So let me say it to y'all again. The 10-10 race was only the second time he had ran past 80 meters. He has no speed endurance, no back end, no nothing. I was look, I was impressed. I ain't gonna lie. I saw it. I saw my own eyes. I was impressed. I truly was impressed. I was like, okay, you actually look like you know what you're doing. You act like you know what you're doing. Um, so it's kind of weird now because how the media hypes it up is it's like a football versus track thing. When I don't think Tyreek look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? I think he look at it as no, I'm running track. Like I play football over here, but I'm doing double sports. I think that's how he look at it. He look at it like, no, I'm doing double sports. Like I run track now. Like that's not no, I'm not just doing this, you know what I'm saying, I'm not just doing this for no publicity or no shit like that. Like, no, I'm really out here running track. Yeah. So kudos to him for that. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to him for that. Um, I'm gonna cover more tomorrow because I'm on vacation right now. But I was like, you know what? I gotta say something to him before I get to drinking too much. I'm gonna cover more about this and argue about it tomorrow on the weekend wrap up for sure because we already been debating, already been arguing. They already don't believe me, and I'm already sitting here telling them, I'm like, look, the eye test, people, the eye test, and I have my glasses on, and I wasn't even drinking yet when I was out there. I already knew it. I was like, nah, man, he got something. He might can do something, but it's a lot that I got to cover tomorrow on the weekend wrap up. A lot of stuff that was discussed, a lot of stuff that was learned, and some stuff that was said. Y'all gonna be slightly surprised on some of the comments that I got coming tomorrow on the show. And then some of y'all gonna be like, yeah, Ray was right all the time. Ray's always right though. Even though it says Mr. Always Right sometimes, I'm usually always right. I'm literally always right. And today, y'all did. First of all, y'all did know I said he's gonna run 1009. First of all, and he ran 1009. It is what it is. But we just talk about some other stuff. Things that I heard. Oh, here's now. This is off of the Tyreek thing, so y'all get ready for tomorrow. Here's the beauty of why I like going to track meets. Okay, when I do public track meets, I get the inside scoop, people. I get the inside scoop that I usually can't get or don't get from a phone because people want to say it in person. Okay, so I was there in person today, and some conversations came up about some things and some leagues and some money. And I was like, you bullshitting me. And they was like, nah, bro, not even the slightest bit. And I was like, and now them folks had told me, and then they was like, yeah. And I was like, can't be. And then they was like, yes, it is. And I was like, but see, it really ain't on mic like that. And they was like, it ain't, but it make him look bad. And I was like, that's what I be saying all the time. Like, it gonna make him look bad, but it ain't on him because there's a whole bunch of people involved. And they was like, yeah, there's a lot of people involved. And all them folks kind of ran off when, when he started taking the heat. What? Yeah, god damn. Yeah, it was bad. What the hell? Tomorrow I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Hey, tomorrow I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I can't tell y'all about it today because I gotta get my notes together and all this stuff. And yeah, but yeah, it's wild. It's wild. That's all I say. This is what I'm gonna say because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay, I didn't do it, and I didn't say it. I'm just going to say what was said when somebody walked up to me and they was like, they didn't eat. This is exactly what them folks said now. Exactly what them folks said. Them folks said, man, how you feel about grand scale? I say, what? I caught it. I caught it. I was like, what you just call it? Grand scam. I don't think I've heard anybody use that one yet. I think we were still waiting on that. It might have been a little too early for that, but apparently it's not too early. And I didn't even say it. That's the crazy part about it. Of course, I never tell y'all, people be saying stuff, but there was just somebody walked up to people like, how you feel about grand scam? I said, wow. Wow. You can't have your inaugural season and people are out there saying things like that, like taking your slogan and then going from grand slam to grand scam. That is bad. But hey, natural cow, nasty work. Nasty, nasty. How you go from the top of the pinnacle in 1 year, like, yeah, this is what we want to, man, that's grand scam. That is not good. God damn. Well, y'all be here tomorrow. That's all I can tell you. Um, I just wanted to come say hi and get my thoughts on Tyreek. Cool dude, great dude, great dude, awesome dude, awesome dude, awesome fella. And yeah, I think if he get a chance to run one more track meet, he might show y'all folks something. So we'll see what happens. I'll see y'all tomorrow. The weekend wrap up though. I'm about to go finish partying.